So that said, let's get to the best part. Container security best practices. So you always ensure your container images are secure. That means we're running libraries that are secure. We're looking at libraries that are free of vulnerabilities or known vulnerabilities and so forth when we package our applications or container images. And we also need to limit container privileges. What can the containers do within your environment? Who has access control to those containers and so forth? And the biggest thing here is many times you certainly do not want to run containers with highly privileged users or user access. And this is what we're talking about here when we say limit container privileges, as in those users that are running those container images should be users that are created for those container images versus say running this with your root user and so forth. And then obviously we talked about implementing access controls. Within these two are kind of related in a way, assuming that your containers get compromised, you want to have like the least access or limited access to your other resources within your environment and so forth. So you limit what containers have access to. Most of the time, that means we tend to segregate container networks, which I'm talking about in the fourth bullet here. Those containers should live in their own segment. So we create a network segment that those containers live in so they can access and talk to each other only versus having to talk to other resources within your environment or only needed access and those accesses are restricted and so forth. And then obviously securing your container runtimes as well. One of the other things that we can talk about is automating vulnerability scanning. Containers, when we start to talk about containers, we are looking at infrastructure as a code a lot. And a lot of these automated scanning will help us, whether it's static analysis testing. There are many tools out there. Some of them, I think the popular one is Aqua. Aqua is pretty well known for testing container security. There's Trivy, which is open source and so forth. And there's other tools that you can use to do your vulnerability management for containers. So you also do want to regularly audit your container environment, which means checking against all these other things that we mentioned. Are your product teams deploying containers securely? Are they ensuring that they're limiting container privileges and so forth? Like audit will basically catch all of these things or help you catch all of these things or help you manage these things in the long run. And reducing the attack surface